In this video, I'm going to be explaining the PHP data type to you. I'll start by explaining the string data type. A string is a sequence of characters like Samuel. A string is a text value encoded in a single or double quotes. Now let's say $name equals to double quote Samuel double quote semicolon, and $surname equals to single quotes Ade semicolon. Once you had a single quote or double quote, it is then your value is automatically converted into a string. So let's echo the name out. You can see the name. Now we're going to use var_dump. This var_dump gives you the dump information of your variable, which is the data type and the value. So let's var dump the son name. We're going to get string and the value ID. You can see that. That's all for string for now. Let's move to integer. Integer is a whole number, positive or negative. Integer is a non-decimal number. Doesn't have a 20.5. It's a whole number. So let's say age equals to 20 and points equals to -1. Don't forget, integer could be negative or positive, but must be whole number. It cannot be -1.5, just 1. So let's echo the age out. An integer don't use single quote or double quote. Once you add a single or double quote to it, it's then converted to a string. So let's var dump the point variable, which is going to bring out the data type and the value. Let's refresh that. You can see bring out 20, which is my age, and var dump of point, which is integer, and -1. That's integer. Now let's go to float. Float is a decimal number. Let's say balance is equals to 100.05. You can see it's a decimal number. That is a float. Any number that contains decimal is a float. So let's echo the balance and also var dump the balance. You should bring out the, you can see that 100.0.5, and also you can see that float 100.0.5. That's it for float. Now I will explain the boolean. Boolean represents two possible states, which is true or false. Boolean represents two possible states, which is true or false. Currently you're watching me through YouTube, so I'll say variable watching YouTube is equal to true. So let's var dump that. It's going to bring out the boolean and value. If you were not watching me through YouTube, it's going to be false. But you're watching me through YouTube, which is true. Let's var dump that and refresh it. You can try something else. You can say boolean true. You can try something else on your own. Let's say it's online. You're watching me now because you're online. You're connected to the internet, so you're not offline. If you're offline, let's say you're offline, which is false. You're not offline, you're online. That's a boolean. So let's var dump is offline, which is false. It should bring you bool with false. You see that? That's a boolean with false. Now I'm going to explain the array. Array stores multiple value in a single variable. Array stores multiple value in a single variable. Now array name $, which is the variable, $char equals to array with the array elements, which is the Tesla and the Benz. You can see two strings double quoted with comma, separated with comma. If we add this, we're going to get we're going to see the elements of the array and the size. You can see that it's telling you this is an array with a size. So it has stored two elements, two strings in cars. That's what array does. So let's go use index 0, although it's 2 there, but array starts from 0 to 1, so we use 0 for 1. That's why I use that index. You can see the Tesla. I'll be explaining more about array later. So now I'm going to explain object. Object is a complex data structure. An object stores data and information on how to process the data. A class is a structure that contains property and method. For us to create an object, we have to declare a class. So class person is a class declaration, public name, public variable name is a property declaration. These are called property declaration. In order to use the name, the $sign name and the $h, you have to first declare that property. Now, a method is a function within a class. Whenever you come across any function in a class, it is called a method. Now, write function get information, which is get info. Now, this object arrow, object operator equals to Samuel Ade. This $sign this object operator name equals to Samuel Ade. $sign this object operator age equals to 20. You can see the property public name and the public age there. Now we're going to write our echo statement. The this is a property assignment. The property you declared earlier, now you are assigning the property by giving it a name, which is Samuel, and an age inside your method. And now you've written your echo statement. Now we're going to create an object. We'll create an object by writing $sign Samuel equals to new person. The class is the person. Now you want to get info about the person. Now this person info has already been, his property has been assigned in its method. Now to get that out, you have to create an object of that class, which is Sam, new person. Then you have to call the method, which is the get information. So you can write get height later, you can write get nose shape, but get info will bring out the name and the year. So that is the object, creating an object. I'll be explaining this later, but you need to know the basics of the PHP data type. So we have an error here, which is line 11. So let's go to line 11 and add T to that, and this should work properly. Yes, you can see Samuel Ade. So that's all for objects. Now I'm going to explain the null data type. We all know what a null data